Brainwave!
Hello and welcome to Brainwave, an English language game show brought to you through the collaboration of Mongolia's first private school, Hobby School, as well as the Mongolian National Broadcasting Network. Today, we have two returning teams who have come to show off their abilities in the English language for our semi-final rounds. I'm your host, Stephen Pera, and today we have our judge, Mr. Lee, over there. He will be judging each team's mastery over the 4 English language skills of reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Now, as I said, this is the semifinals. We have 2 teams that have come back. They've won previously, and they want to show off their skills again, right? Yes. Okay, so we have 2 teams. We have Team Power.
Yes.
And now remind me, what school are you guys from?
12 school.
12.
School number 12. And we have Team Limitless. And what school are you all from? 51st. So school number 12 and school 51st.
Yes.
All right, well, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As I said before, you're back to show off your skills. So it's going to be a little different this time around. Not only will it be more difficult, but we are also going to do some different games that mix all of the skills together. So instead of just one skill at a time, you might do reading and listening at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So let's just get a reminder of our team members again. I want to get to know you once again. So, school number 12, how about you introduce yourselves, remind the audience who you are.
My name is Schoir.
And my name is Nimdal.
My name is Michelle.
My name is Ihtaya.
My name is Anand.
Well, welcome back to the show. Guys, let's give them a round of applause. Can't wait to see what you've got today.
Okay.
All right, and Team Limitless, let's meet you again.
I'm Nami. I'm Untitled.
My name is Rmo.
I'm Dolgón.
I'm Ukot.
Nice to meet you guys. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, so you will have a big responsibility later, but also throughout the show, you should show that leadership and help your teammates any way you can. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so who's ready for our first activity? Are we ready? All right. So our first activity is called running dictation. Dictation means that you read something or you listen to something and you reproduce it by writing it. Okay?
Okay.
So we will have 2 people from each team that will participate in this activity. A runner and a writer. So from each team, I want you to choose 2 people. 1 person to write and 1 person who will run. Okay? All right, so what people will you choose from your team? Okay.
Me for runner.
You will be the runner?
I'm right here.
And the writer, all right. So this is how the game will work. Over on the far board, over here, we will have 2 sentences. Okay? So our runner, what you will do is you will try to memorize or remember at least some of the sentences on the board. You will run all the way over here while running in between these orange cones, right?
Okay.
And you will tell the writer what you remember, what you read, and what you saw. And the writer, of course, will write down what they hear, okay?
Okay.
So we got some listening, we got some writing, and we got some reading, right?
Right.
Right. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
go! All right, begin. All right, so you figured this out, it's all good.
stream or massive stream or
Glasser is a massive
stream or
lake.
sheet of oh my god.
Now you can head back and run through the cones again to get more information.
Like this? Stream or sheet of ice that moves. Sheet of ice that moves underneath.
All right, what do we have so far, Sarah?
Sheet of ice. 그거 이시대. Sheet of ice that moves. Ice.
So not eyes, what was it? Okay, we have 1 minute left.
Okay.
1 minute left.
Ice. ICE. Ice that moves. Underneath. The influence. FLUEUEUESE. Influence. Oh my god.
Okay, you don't forget, we have 15 seconds if you're a quick runner. You can try.
Oh my god. Influence of gravity. Gravity.
5,
Gravity.
4.
Gravity. Okay.
Pens down,
my
pens
God.
down. Now, what did you two think of that? Was it difficult?
It's a little bit difficult.
A little bit difficult? Now, not only did you have to read, you had to remember,
Okay?
run across, and then you needed to speak.
Yes.
You needed to listen and write. So really, we used all 4 skills there. So of course, it was pretty difficult. How do you think you did?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, very
Or-
confident.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yes.
All right, how about one of you read the sentences so the judge can hear it?
Okay. Glacier is a massive stream of sheet of ice that moves underneath the fluence of gravity.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Lee will just write down what his thoughts and his calculations, and we'll hear the scores after the other team goes, okay?
Yeah.
Great job, guys. Go on over. All right, next, we'll have Team Limitless show off their skills. Now, remember, there are 2 sentences. You have 3 minutes, and the runner can go back and forth as many times as he or she needs to, okay?
Yes.
Now, who is our runner and our writer? All right, come on up. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So going second helps. Now you know what to do. Also, watch your arm. So when you hit your arm, it makes the thing 10. All right, go, go, go! Cheer your team on!
When counseling a patient, a patient facing down.
Okay, you're running back, okay. So far we have when counseling a patient facing down. Maybe down. Woo. Very quick, very quick.
Facing daunting task. Daunting task. Daunting task. Gotcha. Psychologist. 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 Counted that he or she. Gotcha. Counted that he or she listening to
4,
or
3,
she listening to soothing music.
1.
Okay, you still have a minute left to go.
Soothing music. Soothing music. Okay.
All right, she's going back, she's going back.
I want to do potato crop, which
Now this
contains
is not an easy
almost
game,
all
would
of
you
the
guys agree?
nutrients.
Are you glad you're not running?
Bountiful potato crop,
Spelling will count.
which contains almost
Yes.
all of the nutrients.
Remember, you're making a mirror, not a mirror image, but you're making an exact copy of the
Which
sentences over
contains
there.
almost all of the nutrients. The bountiful, the candy's name, the bounty,
Okay.
bountiful, 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 bounty, bounty,
5,
bountiful,
4, 3,
and bountiful
1.
candies.
Time is up, pens down. Ladies, take a look. Wait, come on back. Where are you escaping to? What did you think of the activity?
And memorizing.
Memorizing?
Yeah.
What about you as the writer?
Writing.
The writing, but what about it?
Listening.
The listening? Yeah, that can be very challenging, especially for bigger words, right?
Yes.
All right, so how about one of you read our sentences to the judge?
When concealing a patient facing doubt in task, psychologist counted that he or she is listening to soothing music.
Okay, that's sentence number 1, and our second sentence?
It's just 2 words. The bountiful.
Okay, the bountiful. So you started the second sentence, but you did finish the first one, and that's very impressive. Let's give them a round of applause. You're welcome. Let's head back on over. All right, so Mr. Lee, how are you feeling?
That was quite entertaining to watch.
Yes, watching anyone
Yeah.
run around cones is fun, right? So how did they do? What are their scores looking like?
So both teams didn't get very far on the second sentence, so that was worth 5 points by itself. So
Okay.
I could only judge them on the first sentence.
Fair enough.
Team Power the sentence was almost perfect, but they left out a couple of articles, the A articles, and also they misspelled one word. So I awarded them 4 points.
4 points, not bad.
And for Team Limitless, they also just finished the one sentence, but I think they made more spelling errors in
More
their
spelling
sentence.
errors. Could you give us an example?
The first one that I can see is when counseling a patient. Counsel should be spelled C-O-U-N-S-E-L-I-N-G.
So counsel should be spelled like this: C-O-U-N-S-E-L-I-N-G.
Yes.
Ah, okay. And any other issues that you think would help raise their score if they fixed it?
I think it was mostly just spelling for
Mostly
them.
spelling?
Yeah.
Okay. So spelling is a challenge, especially with bigger words, right? I think that you did a great job anyway. What did they score, Mr. Lee?
So I gave them 3 points.
3 points, all right. 3 versus 4. Now, this was a very challenging activity. So don't think you did terrible, okay? You both did amazing jobs. I mean, if I had to run back and forth and memorize long sentences, it would not be that good, I promise. So well done.
The first, the best.
Hobby School.
Now, of course, we have 4 activities. So our next one is something called catchphrase. Catchphrase, yeah. So what will happen is we will have 2 people once again, a guesser and a clue giver, okay? So what will happen is the clue giver will receive an English word. Easy enough, right?
Yeah.
But the clue giver must describe that word not using the English word they received.
Okay.
Does that make sense so far? Yeah. And of course, the guesser must listen and try to figure out what the key word is.
So,
Yes?
the given word is independence, and should I say dependence?
No, you want to avoid using any parts of the word. Okay, so you will have 1 minute, guesser and clue giver, to guess all of the words that you can, okay? All right, so just a reminder, when you do get a word correct, just hit the board to change it. And when you cannot figure out a word at all, just yell pass, okay? Yell the word pass, and we'll move on to the next word. All right, so let's give them a countdown before we start. Remember, 1 minute. So 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
get started, go!
One thing that we gotta wake up, I think, in the morning. It helps us to get up in the morning, and it sounds like
It's a clock. It's alarm.
and what's the rest word? It goes tick tock.
Clocks.
Yeah,
Clock.
put it
Clocks.
together.
Clocks. Alarm clock.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good, keep going.
Gear that we have to fix anything.
Fix it.
Things that we use it when we have to fix something.
Yeah. Pass.
Oh, we go sleep if we put it on its sleeps.
It's
Time's up! All right, not an easy game, huh? Yeah, it's very difficult. That's what I was saying. All right, thank you very much, Team Limitless. You can come back on over. And now we have Team Power. It's your turn to show off your skills. All right, so you know the positions to get into?
Yeah.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
guess!
Symbol of the country. Symbol of the country. Edward like tall and iron flag. Next word.
Next one, so hit the board.
I think that save your yes. Yes.
Very nice.
When you get married, you will receive a
Ring.
yes.
Now, real quick, both teams, now that you're here, was that difficult?
Very difficult.
Nerve-wracking? Oh, very nice. So what made it so hard?
Not enough time.
Not enough time? You wish you had more time?
Yeah.
Were the words themselves difficult?
Not that difficult.
No. I mean, we all know the words, but it's hard to describe them with other words, right? Well, I think you guys did a great job nonetheless. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's very difficult to do. So great job. Come on back over, and let's take a look at Mr. Lee, our judge.
So I think both teams only got 1 point. extra. Team Power got a couple of words, but in both of their words, they were missing a part of the word to get the full credit.
Could you give us an example of?
So one of the words was wedding ring. He described it as something that you give to someone when you are getting married. And she only said ring, not
okay.
wedding ring.
So in games like this, you need to say the entire word. Even though it was a ring, you need to include wedding ring. Okay? The game's not easy. It's not easy. But still, great job. What are the scores looking like so far?
So we're still very close. Team Power with 5 points, Team Limitless with 4 points.
All right, 5 and 4. Still anyone's game. The next game is going to be another challenge. We call it scattergories. Now, what is scattergories?
It's a couple of words in one thing.
Couple of words in one thing. You're very close, actually. So it has to do with categories, right? So what you want to do is try to think of as many words as possible to fit a certain category. So for example, if I say colors, right? And what colors do you know?
Blue, green, yellow.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
Okay, so you know colors very well, right? Those would all fit in one category of colors, right? Blue, red, purple, yellow. What if I said you only could start each word with one letter, though? So for example, you have the letter C. How many colors can you think of that start with the letter C?
Clay green.
Say it again.
Clay.
Clay?
Green.
Okay. Any other ones? Not so easy, right? Do you think you could do it, though, with other categories?
No way.
No way? Well, we're going to try anyway, right?
Yes.
All right.
The first, the best. Hobby School.
All right, so our letter for categories is the third letter of the alphabet. I'm sure you could already guess what it is. It is the letter C. Cheer on your teams. They're fighting. They are fighting. How are we doing here?
Cookie. Cat. Camel. Cakes.
Five, four, three, two, one. Pens down. Very great job. I looked at both of your lists. They look very good. All right, so how about we have one person go on up and write down the answers that they chose for each category. And now our categories were food, country, object, clothing, and finally animals. All right. Lists look good? All right, let's give Mr. Lee a moment to look at the lists of words we have. So over here for food, we have cheese, cupcake. What's the third word there?
Coconut.
Coconut, cake, coffee, carrot, cookie, chips, chocolate, and curry. While Team Power had chocolate, cheese, cake, curry, cookie, cola, and chili. For country, you guys had Canada. And for over here, we had Chile, Cuba, China, Colombia, and Cambodia. For objects, we had cup, clothes, costume, couch, camera, cooking pot. We had, for object, it was chair, CD, camera, and castle. And then clothing, it was charm and coat. Clothing over here, we had cap, which is a hat, right? Yeah. Okay. Finally, for animals, we had cow, cheetah, cat, and camel for power. And cow, camel, and cat for limitless. Give them a round of applause. Oh yeah. What did you guys think of that activity? Was it difficult?
Not too much.
Not too much? Easier than the last activities?
Yes.
So next time I should give you like the letter X or Z, right? How do you think you would do with that? Could you even think of I couldn't think of a word for X for country.
Zealand.
Yeah?
Zealand.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Mr. Lee looks ready. Mr. Lee, how did they do?
All right, so I canceled out the same answers. So answers like cheese and chocolate that both teams got. And I only
That makes
counted the answers that were unique to each team.
So any answer that was different, right? Any answer that the other team didn't have, you would get credit for. That makes sense, right?
So Team Power got 12 words.
Very nice.
And Team Limitless got 9.
Not bad either.
So one thing I will say is that I didn't consider cola and coffee to be food because they're drinks, right? You
Okay.
drink.
I think that could be debated, Mr. Lee, but fair enough. Coffee and cola for this game are not food, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so what are our points at?
So Team Power is slightly ahead with 17 points, and Team Limitless has 13 points.
17-13. As we reach the final round, it's still anyone's game because this is perhaps the most important and most point-heavy round, meaning you could still win. You could still earn the most points. But it is also the biggest responsibility for our team leaders. Team leaders, raise your hands for me. Okay, so this last round is all on you, okay? So you will be competing to answer a series of 10 multiple choice trivia English questions, okay? So that means you'll have a question and 4 possible answers, A, B, C, and of course, D. All right, let's get our team leaders, we're ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the first question. Which is the national flower of Pakistan? A, the lotus, B, the sunflower, C, jasmine, or D, the rose? Team Limitless, what do you got?
The answer is D.
D, the rose?
Incorrect.
Not quite. All right, Team Power.
C, jasmine.
C, jasmine.
Jasmine is correct.
Jasmine is the correct answer. Very nice. Very good. All right, let's look at question number 2. Who firstly stated that the Earth revolves around the sun? A, Isaac Newton, B, Galileo, C, Albert Einstein, or D, Robert Brown?
Team Limitless.
Limitless.
B.
B, Galileo.
B is correct.
All right, very nice. Who is the king of pop? A, Elvis Presley. B, Michael Jackson. C, Sergio Coates. Or D, Casanova.
Limitless.
Limitless. B, Michael Jackson. Is that the king of pop?
Yes. it
All
is
right,
Michael
very
Jackson.
nice. Question 4. Limitless is in the zone. All right. Who wrote Pride and Prejudice? Jane Eyre, A. B. Mark Twain. C. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Or finally D. Jane Austen.
D.
D. Jane Austen?
Yes, Jane Austen.
Ah, wow. Very nice, Limitless. All right, let's look at our next one. All right. A lion is from which family? Dog, fox, cat, or cow?
Limitless.
Team Power buzzed in before, so I have to give it to Limitless first.
Remember, I have to finish the question and answers.
The answer is C, cat.
Is it a cat?
Yes, it is a
Very
cat.
nice. Remember, wait till I'm done. Let's look at the next question. All right. Looking at our solar system here. Which planet is called the red planet? Is it A, Earth, B, Jupiter, 3 Mars, C, Mars, or D, Mercury? Power.
C, Mars.
C, Mars.
Mars is correct.
Very good. The 4th planet from the sun and also very red. The biggest continent is A, Europe, B, Africa, C, South America, or finally D, Asia.
Team Power.
Power.
A.
A is incorrect.
Europe is not our biggest continent. You guys was wrong.
Sorry.
All right.
The answer is C.
C, South America?
South America is also incorrect. The correct answer is D, Asia.
Guys, you live in
You
Asia.
live in Asia.
You should know that. Okay. Yeah, I know. All right. Question 8. Which is the highest continent? A, Africa, B, Antarctica, C, South America, or finally D, Africa?
Team Power.
Team Power.
B.
B, Antarctica is correct.
Good job. Antarctica is certainly the highest continent. All right. Before we move on, Mr. Lee, what are our scores at?
We're currently at 20 to 17 with Team Power in the lead.
All right. Limitless, you got this. Next question. In which game do we use the term spike? A, hockey, B, table tennis, C, football, or finally D, volleyball? Limitless.
The answer is D.
D, volleyball?
Volleyball is correct.
Very nice. Of course, most Mongolians would know this is a very popular sport in this country, right? Could someone show me what a spike looks like? Yeah, you go like this right over the net. Smack them in the face with the ball. Yeah. That's why I don't play volleyball. Or any sports at that matter. All right. Which is the largest internal organ in the human body? Is it A, the liver, B, the heart, C, the lung, or finally D, the kidney?
Team Power.
A, liver.
A, the liver is correct.
The liver! also fun fact, your liver can regrow if you ever damage it. It's a pretty amazing organ. All right, so all our questions are done. Let's give a round of applause to our team leaders. Quite the leaders you two are. Thank you so much for taking on such a responsible role. And also, well done to everyone here. Before we hear the final scores, this was not an easy game. It was much harder than last time. Would you agree?
Yes.
So getting through this is very impressive. Okay, Mr. Lee, what is the final verdict?
So the final score is Team Limitless with 18 points, and Team Power is our winners with 21 points.
21! Incredible! Incredible work, Team Power. And also incredible work, Team Limitless. This was a very close game. You both teams, you guys employed skills in all 4 parts of the English language: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And you did a great job. This was not an easy task today. Seeing as this is the semifinals, we have finals coming up, right?
Yeah.
So that means our winners today will be coming back once again to face off in the final battle of the English language, right? Our finals, in order to see who is the ultimate winner, ultimate team of the competition. All right, so great job there, very great job. Now, to our viewer, thank you so much for watching. Learning English is a very important thing to do. It's a very important skill to pick up that opens up the door to the world. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you to both Hobby School and the Mongolian National Broadcasting Network for making this show possible. And I look forward to seeing our winning team, Team Power, and what school? School 12?
Yeah.
School 12 coming back in a few weeks to show off their skills. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Let's all say goodbye.